All right, Big Papa J here with some YouTube features from IZW Gran Prix. We have sitting here in front of us a guy I didn't see wrestle till last week at Phoenix Championship Wrestling, Jon Wolfgang. Jon, how you doing?
I'm good, gentlemen. How are you?
Fantabulous.
The best we could be.
My back is sore. I think it
like
might be sunburned. I don't know what happened. Last thing I remember, I was playing musical chairs with Gino. So anyway,
you got your ass kicked.
I think I won. I don't remember. I have to watch the video.
I hope you won.
So anyway, Jon Wolfgang, you had the match of the night at Phoenix, and look, I don't know what's good. I know what I like, and your match was my favorite match of the entire night down there at the Revelry.
Yes, sir.
It's hard for me to pronounce.
That's
I don't
all
know if it's the Minnesota accent or just retardation.
No, it's good. It's a Revelry. It's a great venue down in Mesa Riverview, just off the 101 and the 202. And they've been absolutely awesome for Phoenix Championship Wrestling to have shows there. It's a good partnership, and we're looking forward to more shows. We got another one coming October 16th, so we're going to light a fire in Mesa.
October 16th, where's that going to be?
It's going to be the same place, the
Revelry. Is it going to be Revelry?
Yep. We did, us as a collective group, everyone did such a great job, had such a great show.
Sold a lot of burgers and beer.
Sold a lot of burgers and beer, boys.
Yeah.
So they came up to us afterwards, and they're like, we have to have you guys back. And we're like, we have to come back. So we have an exclusive partnership with them right now.
Oh, that's good, because last I knew you were going to be down. I saw, this is what white trash you're dealing with. I saw roller derby down at
the Broadway Rec Center.
That's right, the Broadway
I've been there
Rec
a couple
Center.
times to see those.
Yeah,
I think we've been there together.
We've been there together, brother.
They do the roller derby down there. They're great people. Like, we love the Broadway Rec Center. It's awesome. Great people to work with. But the Revelry is just an amazing.
That's where it's at?
That's where it's going to be at.
Okay.
Like, they have this fantastic production, the giant screen.
Right, the screen's awesome.
So great. It makes everything feel great. Yeah, and they have this food, beer. They have an arcade inside, lounge areas.
And not that arcade with Jurassic Park and The Walking Dead. No, real arcade that takes quarters from
We're talking about
Batman.
pinball machines.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's so sad. I was invited to a pinball arcade this Sunday, but one of my best friends in the entire world called me up like 2 hours ago and said, "Hey, we can't go because you're a loser." So sorry. Thanks for opening that. Thanks for opening that.
That's brutal.
I have used memories. Trauma.
So was that your first match? Did I witness your very first match?
You witnessed my very first match. Yeah, I've been
Holy
in the.
Jesus, you were polished.
I have really good trainers. Like, I've been training for 2 years. I co-own the Arizona Pro Wrestling Training Center with Dom Vitale, and Gabriel Gallo is the head trainer, and they have a reputation that speaks for itself. So about a year into owning that, I went up to Dom and Gallo, and I told them, I want to train. I want to be a professional wrestler because it's something I've always wanted to do my whole life, and that was the perfect place to do it because they do it the right way. They take care of their students, but they also push their students. And
it was polished and a little bit of ring psychology, cut off the heat and all that stuff. And I'm just watching the whole thing, and I've been watching wrestling literally since I was 4 years old. And so that makes it 49 years and counting that I've been watching wrestling. AWA, Vern Gagne, and names you wouldn't know.
I know about Vern Gagne.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Pat Patterson and Ray Stevens.
Yes, sir.
First tag team.
That's the thing. The wrestling training that Dom and Gallo have us do, it's not just in the ring. It's not just cardio and conditioning. They make sure we know about the history of the business. So those names, I'm very familiar with them.
So you're not just a machine.
No, exactly.
Oh, you're a machine, just not programmed to do one thing, and that's wrestling.
I'm a different kind of machine.
Look at you. Built different.
Built different. Some would say that. I'm not going to say it, but I'll let other people say it.
I'll say it for you. You built different. Well, you look good.
I don't want to turn this into now versus then wrestling, but people nowadays forget if you sell an injury twice, you only have to take the shot once.
Mm-hmm.
You got dropped on your head 4.5 minutes ago. Now you're climbing to the top rope. Act dizzy for a second. Remind everybody you were hit in the head. You don't have to get hit in the head again.
Right.
Wait, you wrestled, Papa J?
No, I know what I like.
But you're a watcher, though, so you know what you like to see.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
And you're not
There's
alone.
two aspects to that.
You're not alone in that, because there were a bunch of people who came to that Phoenix Championship Wrestling show who had never been to a wrestling show before in their lives.
I could see it.
I know them personally because I would tell them about wrestling all the time, and they would say, I'm never coming to one of those shows.
Yeah.
And thankfully, they decided, I'll take a gamble because you're John and you're my boy, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And they came. I had one of my best friends came up to me afterwards, and he's like, John, I don't know how you did it. I don't know how all of you did it, but I'm a wrestling fan now. I loved this.
Right.
And this was a guy who I had arguments with the whole time. And that's the thing. Wrestling doesn't have to be as complicated as we make it out to be.
Yeah.
It is
simply a wonderful
simple.
form of storytelling.
Yes.
Well, there's two aspects, in my opinion. We all have them. There's wrestling and there's storytelling.
Right.
Right? Can we agree at least those two? People may see more or less, but those two are what I base it off of. And if I see good wrestling, I know good wrestling. Everybody knows good wrestling. And
even
then
if you're not a fan of wrestling, you know good wrestling when you see it.
Everybody knows when you jump off the top fucking rope. It hurts when you hit the ground. You're just trained in calluses. Like when you work out, you get these calluses on your hand, and it doesn't hurt when you grab the fucking bar anymore. Well, it's the same thing in wrestling. After you land on your back so many times, you build up the muscle memory in the callus. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong at all.
If I am, tell me, please.
No, not at all. And that's the thing that we need to establish in wrestling, is that this is inherently dangerous. Just stepping through the ropes and running off the ropes, you have a chance that you could twist an ankle catching on that canvas if something is wrong.
Setting up for your next move, you could hurt yourself.
Send that elbow accidentally under the top rope instead of over it. Exactly. See what happens when you hit that rope.
A rope breaks, and all of a sudden you're tipping over backwards, and you don't know how to properly hold on to it.
You're right. Any part of the ring breaks, you're pretty much
probably
SOL.
Can happen every single second. Like, we don't do wrestling justice by not telling people how dangerous it is.
Right.
And that's what, again, I'm going to go back to Dom and Gallo. They tell us to make sure everyone knows this is very dangerous.
Yeah. Right.
And make sure they know that this looks very
Gallows.
real.
I miss that name.
Right. And for me, your match had a story, complete with a false finish. And let's restart. Let's go again. I mean, it was the match of the night.
I appreciate
the match of the night. The match of the night. Where did we get that from?
Well, Dan said that. One of our other co-hosts that we had at one point used to always say the match of the night because you would talk about wrestling and it wasn't his thing. Right. So he just tried to boo you out of talking about wrestling. But we're here now. So.
Yeah. No, and it
makes sense now. Match of the night.
Yeah.
Right?
It was an amazing night, like just a super hot crowd, and you know what, I'm gonna be forever grateful for how they responded to me, because you never know, like you might come out and you might get crickets. You take a gamble every time you go out there, whether it's physically, whether it's your reputation, whatever it is, you take a gamble. And so to get that kind of a response, it was very, very humbling. Like,
how do you feel about your match tonight, John?
I feel pissed off that I didn't win. I got the rug pulled out of me at the end. 2 times straight I've been paired with wrestlers who have a suspect moral code, should we say?
Yeah.
So there's already like beefs and tensions and things already going in, huh?
That's right.
Before it even started.
Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy to think about these rivalries, these matches, the greatest things you usually see on TV start at the very beginning. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy. And you just confirmed that, and that's awesome. It's something I always thought about, but I never really got a confirmation. I was like, oh, it's just me making up the story arc of this. But no, it really starts. No. And sometimes it's very passionate. It's really feel.
Yeah. You can work yourself into a shoot or shoot yourself into a work.
That's right. That's right.
It works both ways.
Yes, it does.
Now, how many organizations are you wrestling for right now?
Right now, I'm going to be wrestling for Phoenix Championship Wrestling. I hope down the line to wrestle more shows for IZW. I'm not sure when that will be.
All right.
We'll kind of see, you know. Like right now, Phoenix Championship Wrestling is my home, so I'll be wrestling out there a lot. I'm planning on going out of state too. Like, I plan on making this a career. This is not a hobby for me, and I hope you gentlemen understand that. Like, and I hope everyone who might be listening to this understands this. I'm not in this just to.
This is your grind.
This is my grind.
Yeah, you're not just passing a Saturday night.
No.
How old are you?
I'm 30 years old.
Aha!
I have to hit while the iron is hot because my molding started a little bit late in life. There's a lot of guys who start when they're 16, 18.
Well, I've been
22.
thinking about it. I'm like, I want to do a school. I want to do something. I mean, you know why they call it a bicep, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because there's 2 of them. One, 2.
All
right? See, I feel like I'm all right.
There
I
you
could
go.
no. It's more than just looks.
It's more than looks.
Okay. You got to be tough, and you, my friend, seem pretty tough.
I'd say you just stick with porn, Z.
No, I'll just keep finding it under your brother-in-law's bed. So, Wolfgang, my friend.
Yes, sir.
What is your goal? Where do you want to be?
First
5 years,
championship belt.
5 years from now, maybe.
5 years from now, I want to have a contract for one of the major companies in the industry.
Ambitious.
No, I want
on TV.
yes. Like this isn't
right.
Again, this is not some passive hobby for me. I'm brutalizing my body every single day. We talked about it earlier, how dangerous professional wrestling is, and we're not lying. I'm not trying to tell you that just so that you think it's dangerous.
Yeah.
This is dangerous, and eventually, 20 years down the line, I'm going to feel this in my body. I'm taking a risk every time I step in there, and I'm taking damage to my body every time. I want to get compensated for that.
Yeah,
I train like an athlete.
So you're going to
work
hard.
Be paid like an athlete. I'm going to work hard, man.
Even when it goes right, it feels like it went wrong.
Think of it this way. Usually the guys grind, and they build those calluses in their 20s. When you build calluses in your 30s, which is not old, but it's much different than in your 20s. It takes a little longer.
It's different.
So you are indeed taking a risk, and it is very dangerous.
Yeah.
You cannot reiterate that enough.
That's why I
get
enjoy
paid. You know, why not? Like so many guys just want to do this passively as a hobby, and if that's what you want to do, you know, hey, we each have our own, you know, we each have our own things that we like in life. I want to get paid for this. Yep. Obviously, I'm passionate about professional wrestling. That term gets bastardized nowadays, unfortunately. But I eat, sleep, and breathe this. This is everything to me. This is everything I got. And so to think like, you know, why not shoot for the stars, and why not try and make some good money? Why not try and leave a legacy? Like, my family comes from very humble beginnings, guys. Like, we were raised in a trailer park. We didn't have a lot. Food stamps all the time, every single month.
Yeah.
I don't want my family to have to go through that. I don't want to go through that again. I want to make a good living at this. Obviously, I want the experience. I want the energy. I want everything that comes from being a professional wrestler, but everything that comes with it involves a little bit of money, too. I want to make a good life for myself.
Yeah.
So that's the goal, man.
Well, sounds like you have everything set up a normal person that wanted to do a normal career would. You go to college, you get a degree. You went to wrestling school, you make your money.
Right. And I'm still going. I'm still training, too. I am by no means a finished product, guys. I got so much left to learn. I got so much that I can pick the brain.
So you're anticipating that this interview, you're going to look back on 5 years from now and be like, I was so new.
I was so new.
Look at that newbie.
Look at that dumbass. He thought he had an inkling of knowing something.
To be fair, you're very humble, and I can pick that up, and that's what I like to look for in wrestlers. It's one of the reasons why I feel like, I don't know if you like to be compared to this, but John Cena made it off of being humble.
Right.
Look, what was his catchphrase, Papa J? Hustle, loyalty, respect?
Right.
Okay, so as long as you are humble, have hustle, loyalty, and respect, I feel like you can make it. You, my friend, I think have respect, and you're very humble. I
appreciate that now that you put me in Big John's shoes.
I did not.
Thanks a fucking lot, man.
You're growing like he is what I'm trying to say.
I got some more room to grow.
You ain't John. Okay, I'll be a dick. You're not John Cena.
Absolutely. We can agree. All right,
we agree. John Cena.
We agree.
But I feel like a lot of the same things you said he probably believed in as well, and that's just my opinion.
I wouldn't doubt it. And John Cena's a great person.
I didn't bring my knee pads. That's as low as I'm going to go. I'm not going to pull your pants down.
All right. We'll call it there.
The great thing is you have the maturity to tell a story in the ring.
Yep.
That's why you were match of the night.
Again, I appreciated that.
Match of the night.
Match of the night. I appreciate it.
I came up to you that night and said, that's match of the night. And if you're going to wrestle with somebody and have a good match, Classic's the guy to do it with.
Yep. Well, yep.
So, And,
he's something.
I'm gonna be there on the 16th.
You're going to be there on the 16th?
I'll be there on the 16th.
I don't know who I'm wrestling, but I anticipate that I'll be there as well wrestling. So I'd love to see you gentlemen there.
Where can we follow you on social media?
Social media, search me Jon Wolfgang, JonWolfgang. So Instagram is at Jon.Wolfgang75.
We can probably just Google Jon Wolfgang and
there aren't too many Jon Wolfgangs, but if there are, send them to my doorstep and we can duke it out then
we'll find
too.
Out who's number one.
We'll fight over that.
The real
name.
Jon Wolfgang.
The real Jon Wolfgang. Yes, he's sitting right in front of you, so he doesn't need to stand up.
Yeah, we know that. We know that.
That's
we know
right.
that. For those of you out here doubting, you heard it first. Jon Wolfgang. Check him out on all the social media, and you can catch him now next in his pay-per-view event. If you want to give your date one more time.
Yeah. Phoenix Championship Wrestling returns locally in Mesa, Arizona, at the Revelry. So that is October 16th. You want to get your tickets at pcwaz.com. They are going to be more at the door. So if you want a little bit of a steal, get them early. Get them while you can.
Are they holding them back for the door? Because if they're not, I wouldn't count on any being available at the door.
They're going to be sparse, man. Like, we found out that we had more tickets to sell at the last show, and thankfully we were able to let people in. But you know how these things start.
Right.
A couple sparks turns into a fire. Next thing, you got an inferno on your hands.
Yeah,
and that's what Phoenix Championship Wrestling is.
I wouldn't count on walking up to the door and being able to get a ticket.
Well, don't risk it.
Get mine right now.
Yeah, get them right now and save a little bit of money. You know,
like there you go.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to say?
I would just like to say, I'm not sure who came from the past shows, from tonight at IZW, whoever and however you support me. I just appreciate the heck out of you guys. Wrestling isn't the same without fans, and I think we all kind of recognize that over the things that we've been through for the past year and a half, 2 years. Right. It's so much better with fans.
Doesn't work without a crowd.
It's so much better, and obviously you want good fans who are going to be there just to watch wrestling and not make it about themselves, because it is about the action in the ring. But to anyone who supports me, I just love the heck out of you. My Wolfgang is awesome. So
coming from a true future champion himself,
right.
my friend. Hey, thank you so much, Wolfgang, for joining us tonight. We'll let you get back to it. I want to see some of this wrestling action, talk to a couple other people. Thank you again for your time, my friend.
Thank you, gentlemen.